Welcome to the Prince Mohamed bin Fahd Stadium here in Dammam. It's Group E. It's Al Faisaly against FC Nasaf from Uzbekistan. Al Faisaly, top of the group at the moment, as you'll see in just a moment, and a chance to increase their lead at the top. The debutants from Saudi Arabia. 2 wins and a draw so far, and another win tonight would put them onto 10 points in a virtually unassailable position at the top, and already on the verge of booking a place in the round of 16. Sad and Al Wadat played earlier. Al Wadat ran out winners in that one. So it's all really in Al Faisaly's hands to see what they can do tonight. 24 degrees here. As we await the arrival of the two teams. FC Nasaf, who had to come through a playoff to get here against Bani Yas. They drew their opening match with Al Sadd, beat Al Wadat, and then lost to Al Faisaly in their last match 4 days ago. These are reverse fixtures, of course, matches through match days 3 and 4. Well supported, of course, being in their own country. We're in Dammam for these Group H matches. And lots of noise around from not too many people there. It's going to be a good atmosphere, despite the fact that there are only a few people in the crowd. We had a very busy crowd earlier on for Al Wadat against Al Sadd. But this is a really good chance for Al Faisaly to book a place in the round of 16. So they are one of 4 debutants in the tournament, in the competition. Ruskul Berdiev is the FC Nasaf coach, based in Kwaji in Uzbekistan. So we're already up to the 4th game in the group stages here. Marinos Uzanidis is the Greek coach in charge of Al Faisaly. So yeah, just 2 games to go after this for these teams. Al Faisaly come here as the 2020-21 King Cup winners, as it's their first appearance of the debutants this year. Mumbai City FC, Melbourne City FC and Ahal. And Nasaf, the 2021 Uzbekistan Cup winners, 7th appearance in the group stages for the side from Uzbekistan. There's been some great football. We saw some great action earlier on in the game between Al Wadat and Al Sadd, and of course the Eastern section well underway as well now, just completing their 2nd games today in the East. So it's been a busy time in the AFC Champions League over the last few days, and the games will continue up until the 1st of May. This Western section finishes on the 27th of April. The Eastern section continues just a couple of days longer to the 1st of May. Well, it's 11:15, just approaching in the evening local time here in Dammam. But it doesn't matter, the crowds, the youngsters are here as well, as they have been throughout this so far. Referee will lead out the two teams. Faisaly on the left in the white and Nasaf in the blue. Faisaly unbeaten so far. They've conceded just 2 goals in their 3 matches. And as we said, Nasaf did have to come through that playoff match, of course, against Bani Yas to get through to this stage in the competition. Bani Yas from the UAE Pro League, a 2-0 win for Nasaf. Nasrullayev and Norchayev getting the goals, well, 1 in each half, to book a place here in the group stage. So let's take a look at the teams. There are 2 changes to either side. For Faisaly, Salah Al-Khamaizi comes in wearing number 17. He will play at right back, and Yassine Barnawi comes in at centre-back. So 2 changes in the back 4 for Marinos Uzanidis. Martin Boyle, the Australian, is on a yellow card, as is Salam. Malaika, the goalkeeper, is the captain. Nesh Muradov, the captain for Nasaf. Ahmed Al-Kaf from Oman is our match referee tonight. Not too sure whether it's slightly unusual to have goalkeepers wearing the same or similar colours to the match officials, I presume. Doesn't matter, it's not the same as the whole team having the same colours, I suppose. 4 players on yellow cards for Nasaf tonight. They too make 2 changes into their starting lineup. Come Ivan Solovev, and also coming in Oybek Borisov. Borisov will play on the left of that front 3, Solovev on the right, with Norchayev, who scored in that playoff against Bani Yas through the middle. Recently made his 50th Superliga appearance, Kusin Norchayev. There's the substitutes, a couple of more players with yellow cards. Nuraliyev as well on a yellow card, as is Smalagic down the bottom of that list. They're wearing number 99. Hicham Fike already has a goal in the competition, scored in the 1-1 draw with Al Wadat on match day 1. And Julio Tavares, who's up front, the Cap Verde international, has 2 goals to his name already. Could be a tough game for Nasaf, this, but they have already beaten Al Wadat, don't forget. That's no mean feat. Al Wadat with their good support. Martin Boyle, the Australian. So we're underway. It will be Tavares that gets us going. It is Faisaly, all in white, kicking from left to right in the first half. No history at all in the AFC Champions League for Al Faisaly, but a rich history for FC Nasaf. It's Al-Ahmad chasing into the corner and brought down by Stanijevic. Al-Ahmad going back towards his own goal. Spent 3 seasons at Al Hilal, the current holders. Didn't make a league appearance for them before moving to Al Faisaly. Was aimed in towards Tavares. Did win the Saudi First Division back in 2009-10. Al Faisaly, they were runners-up in the mid-2000s. Al Khamisi, one of the players coming into the starting lineup tonight. Silva. Offside flag against Julio Tavares. Eshmuridov, the Nasaf captain, kept the 1 clean sheet so far against Al Wahdat. That's Barnawi back to Maleka in goal. Al-Ahmad again chasing into the corner. Hussein. Bit too tight to that touchline now, can't keep the ball in place. It will be a throw into Nasaf. Nasaf did reach the final of the AFC Cup last season. They had a 100% record up to the final before they were beaten by Al Murak from Bahrain. Able to pit their wits in the AFC Champions League this season. Eshmuridov. Davronov. Slightly misplaced the pass. Marinos Uzanidis is the Greek coach in charge of Al Faisaly. Tavares. Al-Dasari loses possession. Just lost his footing slightly there, Al-Dasari. That's Barnaby. Rusyakul Berdiev is the FC Nasaf coach. Marinos Uzanidis, the Greek coach, had a stellar career with Xanthi and Panathinaikos, over 400 league appearances, predominantly in Greece, but played at Le Havre in France for a while. Been in charge of Al Faisaly since a little bit earlier on this year. Moscovoy. Al-Ahmad follows him into the corner. Al Faisaly are based in Harmer City. Club's named after King Faisal, who was the Crown Prince at the time of their founding. There's Tavares. Spent most of his career at Dijon in France. Julio Tavares made just short of 250 appearances. Got a whack on the knee there. That was a painful one, knee to knee. Those could have to be pretty painful. You can see him still hobbling around in the background. Let's hope that's nothing too serious. Saitov. Ali Kulov. There's the captain again, Eshmuradov. Offside flag against Solovev. So Al Faisaly will be well aware of what's at stake tonight. If they win tonight, it would guarantee, or they need just a point from their final two matches to make it into the round of 16. They could become one of the first teams to qualify. That was a similar scenario in one of the other groups, but it didn't quite pan out that way. Al Wadat's win earlier on against Al Sadd has sort of thrown a bit of a spanner in the works in terms of the group, so it's opened it up for Al Faisaly. But if they fail to win tonight, then it's all to play for all four teams. Moscovoy. Here's Eshmuradov, now Davronov. Chase on here for Mukhitinov. Silva. Hitchup just put under a little bit of pressure there by Moscovoy. Working hard in Nasaf to just try and close Al Faisaly down through that midfield area at the moment. A very hard-working side, Al Faisaly. Not had the best of seasons in Saudi Arabia, just 6 wins from 25 matches. They're down in 11th place in the table. 5 games to go in the Saudi Pro League for them. Here's Eshmurov. Now Mukhitinov. Moscovoy. Saitov. Chase on here for Norchayev. Well defended by Alamad. There are 2 teams from Uzbekistan in this AFC Champions League this year. Paktakor, the other, one of the probably more familiar names from Uzbekistan. They're currently bottom of Group D. They've won just 1 of their 3 matches so far. It's gone for a goal kick. Paktakor have won just 1 of their 4 matches rather than 1 of their 3 matches. They are bottom of the group. They're in a group with Al Dahail, Al Tawan and Sepahan. All the teams in the Western section will have played 4 games by the end of tonight. Barnawi. Barnawi, who's at the back tonight, came on early in the last game against FC Nasaf when Hussein Quasim picked up quite a bad head injury. Had lengthy treatment on the pitch before having to leave the field. Al-Khamezi with the throw. Moscovoy. Ali Kulov. Back to Nemetov. First touch, I think, for the Nasaf goalkeeper. Eshmuradov. Alamad. Stanijevic. Mukipdinov. Now Davronov with a little bit of a space to create the cross. Barnawi's header, not much distance on it. Challenge from Mukipdinov on the edge of the area. Eshmuradov. Davronov. I don't think either side has managed that shot as yet on target, or even on off target for that matter. Maybe a chance now for Nasaf. Is Saitov. Cleared towards the edge of the area to Mukipdinov. Again, he can't get a foot on it. It'll be away by Alamad. A heavy touch by the goalkeeper, just about managed to recover there, Nemetov, before Julio Tavares could close him down. Hicham. Barnawi. Al-Khamezi. Flags up against Martin Boyle. That was a close one. He broke just a little bit too soon there, Martin Boyle, the Australian. Played most of his career in Scotland. He was almost in his own half, in fact, but he was offside. Joined Al-Faisaly in the January window from Hibernian, where he made over 200 league appearances in Scotland. It's Davronov. Eshmuradov. Now Nemetov. Eshmuradov. Reached the semi-finals of the Asian Club Championship, the old format version. AFC Nasaf in 2001-2. Lost out to Suwon Blue Wings in the semi-finals and a third-place match to Esteghlal. Moscovoy rather, given away cheaply. Al-Dasari. Hussein. Slipped by Alamari. Norchayev gives chase, goes out off Alamad. Tavares. Al-Dasari. Barnaby. Tavares was offside again. Boyle. It may have been Tavares actually that was offside. I think Boyle may just have been on then. Have a look. I think you'll find it was when the ball reached Tavares. Yeah, just offside. You can see Boyle was actually onside when it was played, but Tavares was in an offside position. 3 offsides already against Al-Faisaly. '41st edition of the AFC Champions League, or of Asia's Premier Club competition, should I say. 39 teams involved across the 2 regions this year after the withdrawal of Shanghai Port. Winners automatically qualify for the next edition in 23-24 as well, which is a good incentive. A foul by Al Amri, which has given a free kick away to FC Nasaf. A bit too overzealous on Solovev. So can we get a good delivery that will cause Maleka a few problems in goal, the Al-Faisaly captain. Punched away on the keeper. Referee spotted some pushing, so it will be a free kick to Al-Faisaly as that comes to nothing. Didn't seem too much wrong with that. Ruskulberdiev saying ahead of the match that they wanted to avoid a repeat of the issues that caused their defeat the last time out. Made mistakes which cost them goals. There's another challenge by Alamad, which is going to be penalised, and a yellow card for Walid Alamad early on. Solovev again, the player that has been fouled. Began his career in his native Russia, Ivan Solovev. Played for Zenit, Amkar, PFC Sochi. Played in Finland with Lahti and Uzbekistan as well. The Al-Faisaly faithful continue to be musical. Once more from his team already, Marinos Uzanides. They've got another free kick to defend here, though, once Solovev has finished receiving treatment. It doesn't look too good for him either at the moment. We'll hope that he can continue. Not putting much weight on that leg at the moment. See what the physios can do with him. If not, Al-Faisaly, Nasaf rather, will be forced into an early change here. The last free kick was halted abruptly with a foul in the area. They need to just make sure, Nasaf, that they keep their arms down this time. 4 players ready to attack this. Driven in low. Bozarov. And kept the ball in the corner, but they've come away with it well. It's Hicham. Silva. Foul by Ali Kulov. In full flight there, Ismail Silva, the Brazilian. Well, Solovev is back on. He's not moving too freely at the moment, so whether he will be able to continue, that's probably helping. Just get a bit of a jog on. Here's Hicham. Good ball over the top for Martin Boyle. Plenty of blue shirts back behind the ball, though. Hussein, Boyle. Only Tavares through the centre. Barnaby. Guided on by Al-Khamaizi. Slight hesitation at the back. This is Bozarov. And the Nasaf showed a good fighting spirit in their opening game against Al Sadd. 1-1 draw. So that 2-0 win over Al Wadat was a welcome boost as well. Haven't played in the AFC Champions League since 2018. They finished 3rd in the group. They did beat Al Wasl and Al Sadd on that occasion as well. Barnaby forced back to his goalkeeper. It's an awkward one as well. Maleka just had to backtrack slightly. Given away to Stanijevic. Goalkeeper was slightly out of position. Norchayev out wide. It was Mukhitdinov trying to guide that one across, but a little unfortunate. Hit the shins of the defender and came to nothing. Bozarov. Well, I don't think Solovev's going to be able to continue. It's the ankle that's causing the problem, so I think they will have to make a change here, Nasaf, which is unfortunate because he's one of their key members, Solovev. No coach likes to lose a player early on. Only joined Nasaf ahead of this season. Even Solovev played in that qualifier against Bani Yas, the 2-0 win. And it looks as though his game here was his run inside 25 minutes. Probably no point risking him because the games do come thick and fast. Maybe take him off, get some treatment and be ready for the game in 4 days' time against Al Sadd. It was a poor challenge by Alamad which got him the yellow card. He's just kicked him straight up in the air. The ball was nowhere near. And he's clearly in a lot of pain. Solovev, so he comes off. And it's Sukrab Nurulayev that comes on. Came on in the qualifier against Baniyas. Well, a player that spent a couple of seasons at Paktakor early on in his career. Silva. Hussein. Aimed towards Martin Boyle. Boyle, see what he was trying to do there, just guide that one off to Al-Dasari, who was in space behind him, but he didn't quite get the touch on it. Stanijevic. Silva. Hitcham. Good header from Ishmudurov, the captain. Al-Khamezi. Another heavy challenge from Saitov this time. Al-Amri, the player that's down. He's all right, though. He's getting back to his feet quite quickly, Al-Amri. There have been a number of Ghaizis throughout their careers. Nasaf, they started out in 1986 as Geolog. 1992, they became Paktashi. Dinamo Nasaf in 1996, and then from there on, FC Nasaf, which obviously they're still known as today. Here's Boyle. Released that one early, but it wasn't good enough to get it over Ali Kulov. Mozgovoy. Another heavy challenge, which has left the player down. Hussein this time. Well, Nurullah, if the man's just come on, getting a nudge in the back. Right in the side. Well, they just take his Soloviev away. Let's hope that's nothing too serious, but the way that he wasn't putting weight on it, you'd led to believe that that could be something that maybe keeps him out for certainly the next game, maybe both. Bozarov. Saitov. Ali Kulov. Davronov. Ishmuradov. Davronov loses possession. Not much pace in the game at the moment. The earlier game between Al Wadat and Al Sadd was played at a pretty good pace, actually. First half fairly rolled along. He's just a little bit pedestrian at times. Hisham Faik. Faik did score in both group games, or the first two group games, rather. Tavares scored in the second and third. Just the 2 goal scorers for Al Faisaly so far. Here's Silva. Hisham Faik. Wasted ball. Tavares has had no service at the moment up front. He's looking like a little lost at the moment along the edge of the penalty area. The Cap Verde striker. Nematov. Away by Ali Kulov. Al-Dasari. This is the first time in the AFC Champions League that these two sides have met. Just that first appearance 4 days ago when Faisaly ran out 1-0 winners. It's Boyle again, springing a little bit too early. Alkamezi. That's a good run. He's pursued by Stanijevic, who gets back to get the challenge in. Moscovoy. Bozarov. Good header back by Alkamezi to the goalkeeper. Not too many chances, just one shot off target so far from either side in the opening 32 minutes. Tavares on the chase, it's cut out by Ali Kulov. Bit scrappy at times. On a rest day tomorrow for the teams in the east and the western section. Action resumes again on Thursday. Just too high for Boyle. Nearly found its way through to Tavares. Moscovoy. Stanijevic. Bit of clear ground in front of him. He's got Nurulev just to his right. Saitov. Moscovoy. Plenty of blue shirts in the middle. It wasn't dealt with. It's pushed away by the goalkeeper. I think that came off Barnaby. Almost an own goal. Tavares is brought down by Ali Kulov. There's no foul. On Nasaf, very close to taking the lead. Maleka had to make a reaction save. We'll see who that came off last. There was a challenge just a second ago, which left Tavares down and just limping a little. Here's the ball into the box from Nurulev. Well, it's actually came off Alkamezi, just hit him, and goalkeeper had to make a pretty good reaction save. Got his hands in front of his face. Really good reactions from Maleka. Closest we've come to a goal so far. Mkhitaryanov. Rare touch for Nematov, who hasn't had a save to make as yet, the Nasaf goalkeeper. I think that'll be disappointing for the Faisaly coach Marinos Uzanidis. Well, that's somewhat speculative from Mkhitaryanov. It's well over the top. With a running track round the outside, you've got to go a long way to find Rosette. He wasn't too far away from finding the seats with that one. Still goalless then between Faisaly and Al Nasaf. 10 minutes to go to half-time. Stanijevic. Nurulev. Well, that's nicely done. Bit of a shimmy through the defence, and Bozarov. Al-Dasari just did enough to get in front of him. Could be a foul, is it? No, it's not a foul, it's going to be a goal kick, I think. Bozarov goes down clutching his ankle. Might be a bit fortunate to get away with that one. Al-Dasari. Bozarov's back on his feet. He's been at Nasaf all his career. 5 seasons now. Martin Boyle hasn't had much of a sight of goal as yet. Mukitinov. Moscovoy. Stanijevic. Here goes Boyle. Chance to run at the defenders. He's running at Eshmudurov. Still going here, Boyle. That was a good challenge by Davronov. Had to get that one right because he was flying through there, Boyle, and still a chance might be for Al-Faisaly. No foul by Stanijevic. Referee's allowing quite a lot to go here. Ahmed Abu Bakr from Oman. Moscovoy. As a player stayed down, it's Al-Amri again, who was in the wars a little bit earlier on in the half. He's gone down for a second time. Stanijevic just need to stand his ground. It looked like he could have been given us a foul, but not given. Al-Amri's okay. We're back underway again. Faisaly will return the ball to Al-Nasaf as they kicked it out so that Al-Amri could get treatment. Davronov. Bozarov. Bozarov trying to get the ball back from Nurchayev, but that little touch was just too heavy. Nurchayev. By Mukitinov. Al-Amri. Boyle. Al-Dasari. Looks to be a little bit more purpose about the passing for Al-Faisaly at the moment. They're still not really creating anything in the final third, but there's a bit more pace on the ball now. I think they realise they've probably got to take the game to Nasaf. They won't roll over the side from Uzbekistan, that's for sure. They know that they're going to have to work hard to open them up. The draw doesn't really serve much of a purpose for either team. Forward by Hussein. So Faisaly do have that knowledge of knowing, of course, that the win does virtually put them into the knockout stages. That should be their incentive to take the game to Nasaf. Mohamed just loses out to Norchayev. Makitdinov was just in behind Bozarov, who had to check his run. Good defending from Al-Khamezi. One of the two changes in the Al-Faisaly lineup tonight. Al-Khamezi coming in at right back. Barnaby just inside him. The other change. Makitdinov's header. Flicked on by Boyle. Wasn't a great flick though. Satov. Mozgovoy. Neshmuradov. Ali Kulov. Bozarov. Plenty of white shirts back in the box. That took a deflection as well, pushed away by Maleka. And then Davronov with a rush of blood to the head as he tried to play that one back in. Amazing how quick the Al-Faisaly players got back in the penalty area there. Look how many white shirts are suddenly in the area once Bozarov gets the ball. 8 white shirts, I think, plus goalkeeper. That's pretty good defending. Somewhat unorthodox from Maleka to push the ball away, but had the desired effect in the end. Al-Amri's just left his foot in on Saitov. Well, he's not going to get a yellow card, just a telling off from the referee, but he just left that foot dangled in there on Saitov when he made the challenge. Just there. That's a naughty one. Lucky not to get a yellow, actually, for that. Final couple of minutes to the first half then. Mozgovoy. Nureyev. Better looking ball in. Oh, what a chance for Mozgovoy, and he hasn't caught it cleanly. A clean take on that, and that's 1-0 Nasaf, but he hasn't caught it well. And right in front of goal, he's missed the opportunity to put his side in front. Break ball in from Nureyev. Still, they can't find a way through. Good save in the end. Corner, though. Nureyev will take it. The goalkeeper spills it. Nobody able to get on the loose ball, and eventually Maleka does gather at the second attempt. Well, that was a bit frantic for the Al-Faisaly defence. Just in behind all the blue shirts. Here's that first one. Nureyev with the ball in. Well, it's hit him on the thigh. And then the goalkeeper punches away. Bit unfortunate that the ball hit him, Mozgovoy, rather than being able to get a volley on it. Will be a little bit of added time, couple of minutes, I would say, due to the injury earlier on. Oh, just 1 minute, in fact. Solovev, the man who went off after that injury that needed a couple of bits of treatment. Hitchup. Barnaby. Mozgovoy. Ali Kulov. Cleared away by Barnaby, who has just taken a knock on the ankle as well. I think it was Norchayev that went in for the challenge. was actually Nurulayev that just caught him as he tried to hurdle. Challenge, think he'll be okay. Well, there goes the half-time whistle. It was uneventful, the first half. Just one shot on target from Al Nasaf towards the end. It's a reaction save. There was almost an own goal going past Maleka as well, but here he covered well. Martin Boyle's worked hard, but they haven't forced Nemetov into a meaningful save as yet, Al Faisaly, as they look for the 3 points that would virtually put them into the round of 16. They've got 45 minutes to try and find that goal. Half-time here, it's Al Faisaly 0, FC Nasaf 0.
Манишка. Хорош. Спокойно. Нормально, нормально. Una tek. Normal uydan çıkıyoruz. İşler bazı senler çapa yapıyor. Şaşırıyor. Varno, varno. Yok da öyle. Makine modelde hasta koydum. Çok güzel gel. Bu da internet. Молодец. Manga, sizlar iltimos. Sal manda ro'ber, hal sakramaymanmi? Mana ro'qqa berma, mana qimday, o'z ishlayman. Saybar qilib qanotini ro'qqigansizlar. Ularning o'zini deb turarkan, asaliga. Видишь? Чувствую, вернись, да. Хороший. Давай, давай. Нормально надо, нормально. Birazdan uyduk. Чувствую, я вызываю чувствую. Ладно, чувствую, юмор. Нет, ты на грозу. Замечали туда, ходить. Замечали некому понять. Sam demasdagi bitta. Davay. Ugamanise. Karanaka.
Welcome back to the second half. Goalless between Al Faisaly and FC Nasaf after the first 45 minutes. Not too many chances, just one shot on target during the whole of that first half. In fact, Al Faisaly haven't managed a shot on or off target so far. So we'll be hoping for better in the second half. AFC Nasaf did have to make a change in that first half. Solovev went off injured to be replaced by Nuriliev. With the first of a few changes, I should imagine, as the game wears on. Martin Boyle worked hard for Al Faisaly, but with a little reward. There was a good chance for Mozgovoy towards the end of that half, where the ball came across and hit him on the thigh, and he was unable to get any real purchase on it. Otherwise, it would have been an opening goal. Tavares hasn't seen too much of the ball. Maleka making a fine reaction save to deny FC Nasaf the one chance that they had on target in that first half. It is Nasaf that are all in dark blue. They'll kick from left to right in the second half. A win for Al Faisaly, don't forget, would virtually guarantee them a place in the round of 16. They'd need just a point from their last two matches, but 10 points may well be enough even to go through as a second-place team as well. So important they get the win today, you would feel, but they do still have two more games to go against Al Wadat and Al Sadd. Al Wadat beat Al Sadd earlier on in the early game. So we're off and running then. Early touch for Nematov, the goalkeeper, at the start of the second half. Al Faisaly unbeaten so far, don't forget, 2 wins and a draw. FC Nasaf have one of each, a win, a draw, and a defeat so far. Lost in their last game to Al Faisaly on Matchday 3. It's Bozarov. Al-Khamisi was one of 2 changes in the Al-Faisaly side tonight. Ali Kulov. Hopefully the pace of the game will lift in the second half as well, with both sides looking for the win. Al-Amri. Al-Khamisi. Tavares. Boyle. Al-Amri racing through the centre. Picked out by Boyle. Does well make space for the cross, just too high for Tavares. Goes all the way across. Agonisingly close. Hicham Faik. Too far ahead of Al-Amri and gathered again by Nemetov in the Nasaf goal. Haven't won too many of their games in this competition. FC Nasaf, they did beat Al Ahly from Saudi Arabia back in 2016. A couple of wins in 2018, as we said, against Al Wasl and Al Sadd. Bozarov just gets away from his man, tries to pick out Nurchev. Good defending. Away by Barnaby. Moscovoy. Acrobatic from Barnaby. He was the other change in the starting lineup today. Saitov. That was Nurulayev going down and getting a free kick in a dangerous position here as well for Nasaf. Al-Amri, the man penalised. Malaika just getting his wall organised. Free kick driven in low. Malaika, comfortable save. It didn't really test the goalkeeper. Stanijevic taking the responsibility, but not really testing Malaika. Saitov. Hussein. Foul by Stanijevic. Slightly delayed reaction from the referee to give the free kick. Foul on Silva. Both these sides will play again in 4 days' time in their penultimate match. Al-Faisaly will play Al-Wadat. Nasaf will play Al Sadd. This has the potential to be one of the most open groups and tightest groups. Everybody on their day could beat everybody else, as was proved earlier with Al Wadat beating Al Sadd. Everybody in the group has at least one win now. Moscovoy. Saitov. Nurulayev. Driven across by Saitov, but straight into the midriff of Malaika. Had his positioning right, the goalkeeper. He's been the busier of the two. Mustafa Malaika. Don't recall Nemetov having to make a save as yet. That will be of particular concern to Marinos Sousanidis, the Al Faisaly coach. Only averaging a goal a game in the Saudi Pro League at the moment as well, which is clearly one of the reasons that they've only won 6 games this season. Good touch to Nurulayev. Stanijevic outside him. Nurulayev having a real old tussle. Moscovoy. Mukitdinov. Now Bozarov. Did well to get to the byline. Nobody attacking in the middle, away by Al-Amri. Tavares. There's a foot in there from Eshmudarov, the captain, and now maybe a break on for Martin Boyle. Al-Amri. Just decides to slow it down to walking pace, which Boyle had raced forward. Al-Amri. Hussein. Tavares. That's a poor touch as Mudarov tidies up quite easily. And that's even worse. That's given away to Hisham Faik. No errors for both sides at the start of the second half. Moscovoy. Saitov. Ali Kulov. That's good. Bit of space for Saitov. Pulls back in behind everybody though. And just see Davronov arriving and side foots it over the top. Nobody picked him up. I thought that was just going to be a wasted ball in the end, but it found its way all the way through to Davronov. Just opened his body up and just sliced it, really. Who'd be a substitute, eh? Wondering if you're going to get on. Only the one sub made so far, Nurulayev, after that injury to Solovev. 5 subs can be made, of course. I'm sure you know by now. Here's Ali Kulov. Stanijevic. Nice reverse ball into Nurulayev. Gives it back to Mukitdinov. Saitov. Nicely brought down by Ali Kulov. Moscovoy. Neshmudarov, the captain, started his career with the Shirtan team in Uzbekistan, joined Nasaf in 2017. He's gone for a corner. Don't know, Kebano, we say came on after 25 minutes to replace Kazim after that head injury in the last game. Corner's been taken short. 5 blue shirts in the middle. None of them can be picked out, though. Boyle. Nematov was a long way out of his goal and needed to be, because Al-Dasari was just waiting to pounce on that. Ishmudarov. Ali Kulov. Foul by Al-Dasari. Davronov. Oh, frustration on the faces of those in the middle. That was another cross that was sliced away. It was a wasted opportunity. Well, Faisaly are going to make a change. Bring on Khalid Kabi. Kulov's had a bit of shove in the pack from Norchev, which Hussein took exception to. No real need to shove him in the back. It was just a token gesture, I think. Hussein didn't appreciate it, though. Silva. Boyle goes racing free. It hit him on the heels, but it actually worked in his favour. Al-Dasari. Boyle. Can't fault the effort Martin Boyle puts in. Played for Australia in a World Cup qualifier at the end of March against Saudi Arabia. Would have played against some of his teammates. Needs a little bit of creativity from somewhere. Someone to open up the opposing defence. Boyle goes shoulder to shoulder with Davronov. Al-Dasari. Hussein. Al-Dasari. He's bounced off Mozgovoy. Nuraliev. Alamri, no foul. Hisham. Gets it back from Al-Dasari. Al-Dasari continues his run. Tavares in the middle. Neshmudarov went to ground early and made the tackle, then he cleanly as well. Mukhitdinov. Mukhitdinov wins the corner. Maybe a set piece will give us a goal. Up to the hour mark now. Ball ricocheting around. It was Silva who eventually got it away to Barnaby. Foul on the central defender by Davronov. So on comes Khalid Kabi. Al Amri is the player that's coming off. Free kick to Al Faisaly. Stood his ground well, Barnaby. Just nudged in the back. Ali Kulov. Davronov. Bukitinov. Again, it's Barnaby with the challenge. Saitov. Not too much on it again. It was aimed towards Norchayev, but far too high. Long-range shot from Moscovoy again, but his wide goalkeeper may just have tweaked his shoulder there. Stanijevic having a go. Maleka's going to need some treatment here, I think. Well, they're preparing the substitute goalkeeper already. Ahmed Al-Qasser. Should be able to carry on with the shoulder injury. We'll see. Looks to be okay though, the way they were moving it around. Clearly not a serious shoulder injury. It was Stanijevic with a shot. Just think he landed heavily on it rather than anything else. Stanijevic. Nasaf having the better of the play in the second half. They're having more of the ball inside the Al Faisaly half of the field. Mukitinov. They managed to get it clear for a corner. Moscovoy. Plenty of blue shirts forward now. There's a real chance that they could snatch a goal here somewhere. Oh, Malaka, that was a test of the shoulder. Back in by Nuruleyev. Race on here for Martin Boyle, who could be through. It's Boyle in on goal! Good save. I think Nemetov just got a knee to that to send it for a corner. That's the clearest chance that Al Faisaly have had so far. Boyle's pace taking him clear of the defenders. He had to get the shot in. He was under a little bit of pressure. Just stumbled slightly, and it's a good save at the end. Knows that was a chance. Best chance of the game so far. Got a corner, though. Alahad. Barnery. We're into the final quarter of the game already, and still no sign of the opening goal of the game. Stanijevic. Stanijevic is proving that he could be maybe a catalyst to getting a goal in this game in the second half. He's certainly putting himself around. He was testing Alamad and conceding the corner. It'll be his delivery to try and pick out a blue shirt in the middle. Too high for Davronov. Kept alive though by Bozarov. Saitov. Stanijevic. That's a sliced ball towards Al-Dasari. Al-Khamezi with the throw. Davronov. Well, they've been in good voice all night, those Al Faisaly fans. They're doing their best to lift their team and try and get them through to the victory that they need, that would virtually put them into the round of 16. There are still 2 games to go, so it's not all doom and gloom, but they won't want to run the risk of not finishing top, Al Faisaly, because then they're reliant on what happens in the other groups in terms of second place finishes. Al-Khamisi. That's good tackling back, or running back rather, should I say, by Davronov. Makintinov, now Mozgovoy. It looked like a foul by Hussein. The referee, again, bit of a slow whistle. Just thought about the decision before blowing the whistle. Another free kick. Haven't really taken the most of their, or made the most, sorry, of their set-piece situations. This will be Makintinov to try and pick out a blue shirt. Alaman and Davronov just being spoken to. Always the pushing and shoving going on the edge of the area. The referee should just let the game run, and if he sees a foul, give the foul he sees accordingly. Deeper one that time. Nobody hitting the target, though. Disappointing once again for both these teams. So certainly not prolific either side. Moscovoy's header. Kulov back to Nemetov. He's been a virtual spectator in the second half, Nemetov, apart from that save that he had to make from Martin Boyle. It was just goes to show that goalkeepers need to maintain their concentration throughout. You can be a virtual spectator for most of the game and then be called into action when you least expect it. Smalagic comes on. Quarter of an hour to go. No foul given for that challenge on Al-Khamisi. He looked quite surprised that he hadn't got the free kick, the fullback. Al-Ahmad. Now Hussein. Poor ball, it's gone out of play once again. There's been a lack of quality at times from some of the passing from midfield. 3 shots on target so far in total. Boyle chasing down once again, and that finding Davronov in good form. He's done well tonight, Davronov, against Boyle. Hasn't been overawed. Good ball in, it hit the shins of Nurullayev. That was a good chance if he'd have got that ball out of his feet. Long range shot comes in again, straight at Maleka. Well, that was the chance. The one that Nurullayev has been waiting for. That was the second one from Stanijevic. Straight at the goalkeeper. Didn't have to move very far for that one. Tavares. Silva. Hussein. Cagey. Cagey tries his luck from distance, but again pulls the shot. Another shot off target. Another change about to be made. It's Faisaly making another change. Al-Sayari is coming on to replace Al-Dasari. Stanijevic approaching the final 10 minutes. It's a foul on the substitute by Moscovoy. Welcome to the game. Only the one yellow card so far dished out by the Oman referee. That was to Al-Ahmad in the first half. Hussein. A flick from Al-Sayari, but no handball. Borisov. Looking for movement in the middle. There are 2-3 players in this penalty area if they can come up with a good cross. Eshmudirov. Nurullayev. It'll be a Nasaf throw. Ruskiel-Berdiev still on his feet, as he has been for most of the game, trying to urge effort from his team. Chested off by Smolagic. Very nearly handball, actually, that hit Al-Ahmad. Nurchayev complaining, or appealing rather, for a handball, but the man who matters, the referee, said it wasn't a handball. Saitov. Nurchayev. Oh, he's hit the shins of Moscovoy. Stanijevic. Nurchayev just wanted that rolled into his path then. Stanijevic on a number of occasions has shot when maybe it was possibly slightly better to play the ball forward. Clearly has an eye for goal, Stanijevic, but hasn't managed to satisfy that so far. Nurchayev. It's all Nasaf at the moment. They're having the lion's share of the possession. What can they create in the final 8 minutes? Nurchayev. Teasing. Oh, he's done well. Can he get the crossover now? Yes, he can. Smolagic at the back post, but couldn't get up high enough. Bozarov sticks a foot in. Telling off for Al-Khamezi. The referee's been fairly lenient tonight. He's only produced the one yellow card, as we said earlier. He's been quite happy to give players a telling off rather than flashing a yellow at them. Alikulov. Saitov. Clock ticking away now from either of these sides trying to get a positive result. Looks as though Al Faisaly will have to wait until at least the next game, but Al Wadat on a high at the moment after their victory over Al Sadd earlier. That won't be an easy game for Marinos Sousanidis' side in 4 days' time. Alikulov. Saitov. Stanijevic. Another poor effort. Just see where Nurchayev wanted that rolled into him, but Smolagic decided to try the almost impossible from that range. Davronov going forward, just colliding with Al-Khamezi. Here comes the change, Stanijevic. Coming off. It will be Abdurakhimov that's coming on. Nurchayev with the cross. It's over everybody once again. Al-Khamezi. Barnaby wins the header. Whereby Al-Sayari. Davronov. Three minutes to go plus stoppages. That's given away, and here come Al-Faisaly. Is the time for them to snatch it? That's a heavy touch, though. Footing was by Cagey, who almost won it back. Ali Kulov. That was a better looking ball, and it was a very acrobatic clearance away by Al-Ahmad. Doing what they can to keep their goal intact. They have conceded a corner, though. Tavares back on defensive duty. There was a foul on the substitute, Al-Sayari. There's no need for a push, it's wasted, really. Sharahili is coming on to replace Martin Boyle. They worked hard tonight, Boyle, without really, apart from that one chance, creating too much, denied by Nematov. On by Tavares. Meshmudarov. Saitov. Nureliev. Saitov. Tavares. Well, nobody anywhere near it from Tavares. He's just hit that into no man's land. Al-Sayari wanted it played into feet. You could just see the coach as well. Clench fists. One last chance for Nasaf to get things going. Maybe Ali Kulov. Three minutes added time then at the end of the 90. No goals between Al-Faisaly and Nasaf. Tavares. Foul by Al-Sayari, which is given a free kick to Nasaf, and then again a little bit of bad-temperedness creeps in towards the end. We had that in the first game as well, just tempers running high. Al-Sayari gets a yellow card, the substitute. And Nasaf just wanted the ball to get on with it and take the free kick. Faisaly were throwing it between them. El Sayari was the man who ultimately got the yellow card. Could have probably yellow carded a couple of others there as well. Hits Hitcham. Bozarov's shot takes a deflection as well, so it will be out a throw. Still some more defending to do here for Faisaly in the final moments. It's Mozgovoy. Bozarov. Shorehili with a challenge. Through the legs. Nice little nutmeg. Hitcham. Is that handball? Yes, it was handball. Just popped up and struck Mozgovoy on the edge of the penalty area. Tried to get his arm out of the way, but it was a free kick. Silva hooks the ball away, and that is the last action of a match that was largely frustrating for both sides, particularly in front of goal. Faisaly missing the chance to book a place in the round of 16, but they have 2 more games to go, of course, so they will live to fight another day. It was a hard-fought game from Nasaf, who defended well, but the deadlock not broken. Full-time, Faisaly 0, FC Nasaf 0.